So next is a network access control list. So similarly, your security group is applicable for only your in your instance level, and this network access control list is similar to your security group, but have some differences. I'll show you what is the difference between your security group and your network access control list. This is very important to understand both of these.
Okay.
It is a function performed on the implied router, the implied VPC router host on the network ACL function. It functions at the subnet level. So this security group will work on the subnet level. You cannot say security group, but this security feature is work in the subnet level. Subnet level means subnet having some set of IP addresses, right? Like some CIDR blocks. If you are creating some subnet, maybe you are allocating some 200 or 500 IP addresses. So this network ACL will applicable all the instances which all are comes under one subnet. This is, you can say, some second level of your security. Network ACLs are stateless, so like outbound traffic for all allowed, inbound traffic must be explicitly allowed to. You can have permit and deny rules in the network ACL. So in case of your uh, security group, only allow rules is there. Here allow as well as deny, two rules. Allow means, security group allow means, okay, I am allowing these 5 persons. We can say that is whitelisting these 5 person. But in security group, in the network SL, you can say I'm disallowing this country, like I'm disallowing maybe this person. I'm not going to allow this. I can allow this person, also deny this person.
So,
So the
why
design
is it
is,
necessary to have permit and deny both rules?
see, you can work with both. You can design your infrastructure using both. One is giving deny and allow rule, and another is allow rule. So in the combination, you can do your design your infrastructure, right? So this is up to you, how much you understood and how can you security your infrastructure. NACL is a set of rules, each has a number. So, but in case of security group, there is no number. But in case of NACL, have some rules, some priority numbers, maybe 100, 200, 300, 400. It will uh, evaluate as per your priority. NACL rules. Actually, we'll discuss more questions on this. You can just understand the concept. So maybe you will forget in 2 to 3 days what is NACL and what is security group.
Yes. So
And
here
if
the main difference is security group is in VPC level and this is in subnet level.
no, security group in instance level, both are VPC level. Security group in the instance level. Suppose you are going to create one EC2 instance.
Uh-huh.
For that particular instance level, you can add security group. For the network access control list, you will add it in a subnet level. So suppose you are having in a subnet there are 100 EC2 instance. This will be applicable for all instances, not
This
individual instances.
this NACL.
Yes, NACL.
Okay.
NACL rules are checked for a permit from lower number rule until there a permit is found or an explicit implicit deny is reached. You can insert rules based on your configure rule number spacing between existing rules. Hence, it is recommended to leave a number range between any two rules to allow for edits later. So here you have to suppose you are what is it is saying. You have to space. You have to give some space. Okay, let me show you first, so that it will not be confusing to you. In the VPC, you can go to this security. From the security, one is security group, one is network ACL. This network ACL, I can create one. Maybe my and maybe this VPC. Okay, this is default VPC, no problem. here create network ACL. Okay, this has been created. So let's see the rules. See, this having similarly one inbound rule, one outbound rule, and some subnet association. Subnet association means this network ACL will applicable for this kind of subnets. You can add more subnets, not only one. You can add more subnets, right? So in the inbound rule, let's create one. Yeah, while creating, this is the default rule. All traffic, all 00 deny. That means no one can enter. Every traffic has been denied. So I can edit the inbound rule and you can add a rule. So you have to provide one number here, like suppose 100. And I'm adding one rule. Yeah, for me, HTTP 80 and source is 00 and allow. I have given allow. And again, I'm adding 01. Suppose I'll change it. And I'm going to deny this. Deny this means no call from a protocol HTTPS will enter my subnet. I'm denying this, not allowing, right? So I am saving. So what this point going to tell? You can insert rules between existing rules. Suppose in tomorrow, if anyone will come and want to enter here some rules, so he can, because after 100 I am written 101. So instead, while creating, I can give some space so that in future, as per our requirement, someone will come and enter some rules here in between. And in future, I can also add another rule like 150, maybe RDP, maybe, oh sorry, allow. Fine, save changes. I have 3 rules. And the extra thing is the priority number, you can say rule number, and your both allow or deny. Right.
Yes.
So while we'll create some questions for you, so that after seeing the question you can evaluate whether my rule number is 100 and my rule number is 150, whether I will enter or not, whether I will this will be allowed or not, right?
And I think yesterday you created VPC and then you created security group and then you attached the security group to the VPC, right?
No. Security group will attach to your EC2 instance. That is
Oh,
internet gateway.
okay.
I created
Oh,
one internet gateway that is attached to the VPC.
I'm mixing up everything.
Yeah, see, it will be
It,
little confusing the
yeah,
initial
it's
time.
similar.
Practice,
So
you can practice and everything will be clear.
internet gateway, okay. So internet gateway is in VPC level, and then this
Yes,
is subnet level, and then okay,
network
understood.
ACLs end with an explicit deny any which you cannot delete. That is compulsory. The star, the explicit deny. A subnet must be associated with a NACL. If you do not specify a NACL, the subnet will get associated with default NACL. So while creating a subnet, if you will not manually attach, then it will take the default one. In the default one, everything is there will be no rule. Like all rules will be allowed in case of your default NACL. If you see the default NACL, so in the default, this is the default NACL, and see all traffic. All traffic, all this all is allowed in same case of inbound, right? Suppose you want, if you have some requirement of some subnet level, yeah, I want to blacklist these peoples or blacklist some peoples, you can do that in the network ACL level. See, this security, you can say suppose you are staying in one apartment, right? Your network SL security group from is at the gate, in the main gate,
Mm.
and your own security group have in your own personal room, like your door or maybe your personal flat level, you can say,
Yes. Mm.
right?
Mm.
You can create your own custom NACL that we created just now. You do not have to use the default one. So if you want, you can create your custom NACL. A default NACL allows all traffics inbound and outbound. Yeah, that we discussed. A
Mm.
custom network SL blocks denies all traffic inbound and outbound by default. So when you create one custom one, there will be no rule. That means it will no rule means the default rule is like block everything.
Yes.
But in case of default NACL, see default rule, default NACL, that is different thing. Default NACL means that is created by your AWS.
Yes.
You are just creating one NACL means that is custom, and the default rule is block every traffic.
Mm.
For NACLs inbound, in NACL means coming from outside to the subnet, and outbound means going out of subnet. For security groups, inbound for security group means inbound from the outside the instance. Outbound means going out of the ENI. So let me show you for a understanding. You can say this is my subnet, and you can say this, oh sorry, you can say this is my right, and inside I am having some EC2 instances. This is EC2 instance, and this is a subnet. Right. This is my cider end. That means I can allocate some 251 IP addresses, right?
Yes. Mm.
And this is some EC2 instances, and they are having the security groups. These are
Mm.
the security groups.
Security group. Okay. Yes.
These are the security groups, and this
Mm.
is the NACL. You can say this is the NACL, and you can say this is security group. Maybe your security one, SG1, and this can be SG1. Same security group can be added to multiple instances SG1, and here you can say some SG2, and we can also add more
Mm.
SG3, right? Maybe SG5, right? And maybe here one SG5, right?
Then
So
when
security group will be
then one security group is allocated to an instance, then isn't there any confusion in the rules? I mean,
no. They will combine. See, they will evaluate rule like this way. Like they will evaluate all the allow rules. Okay, suppose in my security group one, person A is allowed, and in three, person B is allowed, and five, person five is allowed. So these three person will be allowed for this instance. And before that, they need to come from the main security, like main gate, NACL. So if NACL is allowed, then they will come here and they will check whether uh, I will allowed for this issue to access this issue instance or not.
okay, because they have only the allow rules.
Yes, this is the allow rules, but this can deny it. And okay, let me explain about your inbound rule. Yeah, here some client from the internet trying to access. right? So they will come to first knuckle. This is the inbound of knuckle.
Hmm.
This is the inbound of knuckle,
Hmm.
right? And knuckle checks. Yeah, this is the rule. Yeah, this is the IP address. This is the port. Then fine, enter into
Hmm.
to your EC2 instance. So suppose here it is coming. Now this is the inbound, but
Hmm.
this is the outbound to the knuckle. See, this is the outbound of the knuckle because it is going after checking. It is going out to the knuckle. This traffic is outbound of knuckle and inbound of your security group,
Mm-hmm.
right? And do some processing. Then the response will go to the user, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
this traffic is outbound to my security group, but
Hmm.
this is inbound to my knuckle.
Knuckle. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then
Hmm.
after checking knuckle, knuckle may deny. See, knuckle may deny here because
Oh.
this is state full. If
Hmm.
entry means exit is allowed automatically,
Allowed. Yes.
but knuckle is stateless.
Hmm.
So it may be blocked here and will not go to the
User.
user, and the user will see the browser is going and going. Then after some time it will say timeout.
Oh, some error or something.
Yeah, some timeout comes,
Okay.
can say, right? So
Hmm.
knuckle may block here or may after the checking the rules it can go out to the knuckle. This is the outbound of knuckle. This is the inbound, this is the outbound, and this is the inbound of knuckle, this is the outbound of knuckle, and the
Hmm.
outbound of the knuckle is the inbound of the security group. Then after that the security group have some outbound, and after
Hmm.
the out traffic the inbound to the knuckle, then it will go to the customer, or you can say this is the client. Is it clear? I think
Yes.
it may clear the security group and knuckle. Any questions?
No.
And you have to practice some rules and check whether this traffic is going or not, blocking or not. You can practice this. I will show you one few examples for that also. If you are facing any issues regarding communication between your EC2 instance in a VPC, always look for the security setting of the security group
Hmm.
and knuckles relevant to the communication path. So if any problem in communicating to your EC2 instance, the first step will see your security group. So this is why this is very, very important, because in troubleshooting, you can see the security group and decide whether why this traffic is not going to my EC2 instance, why the traffic is not going outside to my subnet. You can, after checking the security groups or knuckle, you can find out the way to communicate, right?
Hmm.
So let's show you. Let's create one uh, custom VPC and see, right? So maybe I can create one custom VPC. See, this is default VPC. I'm going to create one custom VPC, right? So my custom VPC, I can say, and everything is default. So create. Oh, need to
You.
give a header.
I didn't know.
Still. Okay, VPC created. So next step is create a subnet.
Hmm.
So you can select subnet,
Hmm.
create subnet. So using my custom VPC and my custom subnet, and you have to prefer any zone available
Yes.
zone. If you will not prefer, it will automatically give one. Prefer A and give some side of 10.0.0.0 by 24. Right,
Hmm.
now created. So what is the next step? Next step is create one EC2 instance.
Yes.
Okay, and try
Yeah.
to see whether it's going to access from outside or not.
Mm.
So the EC2 instance, launch one EC2 instance, select, see, here you have to select everything. First is network. What is the VPC? Then this is taken as
Default.
default, but I want
Mm.
my custom VPC, right?
Custom.
Then
Yes.
subnet is the subnet, and 251 IP addresses is available because
Mm.
5 is reserved by your AWS, right?
Mm.
Then auto assign, this is disabled by default, you have to enable so that you will get one public IP address,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
So other thing, okay, I'm keeping everything as default. Next, storage, attacks, security group. Yes, in the security group, here we are creating a new every time, right? Instead I can using some existing one. Okay, existing ones is there? No. Okay, create a one. I'll change that security group. So now given the rule for 22 and access to all.
Mm.
Launch.
Acknowledge.
Okay, now if I trying to connect, it will not going to connect because this is created under default VPC. And can anyone tell why this will not connect?
Uh, you created under default VPC. I think you chose the.
Yeah, I choose the no, I choose the custom VPC. Sorry, I choose the custom VPC. But if I connect this, it will not going to connect. Any reason for that? See, because I am
Because
having one public IP, no problem.
yes.
Okay, go to okay, test Linux. No, this is no. Okay, I can connect from here. I can connect from here. Okay, let's wait for some time. See here, your public IP is there, your
Mm.
private IP is there. See, one IP taken from our range. We have
Yes.
given the range 10.0.0 to 10.0.0.255, right? So
Mm.
one IP has been taken, and this is one public IP. This is your domain name.
Mm.
Then okay, you can see also your subnet in the networking section. You can go to see your subnet. Your this is your subnet, my custom subnet. Your VPC is my custom VPC, right? Your availability
Mm.
zone is AP South 1A.
Mm.
Right. You can connect. Will not able to connect because the reason is we have not created any but
Mm.
yeah,
NSL.
no, NSL is there, everything is there, but we have not created any internet gateway,
Uh,
right?
So, okay, if you didn't create, then what is the
See
reason?
how you will check. Yeah, how will check? I am not create because I am not create. I know, but suppose you created many subnets or many VPCs, then how will check? You are running one EC2 instance in a private subnet or public subnet. I already mentioned in the last sessions. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
what is the subnet. This is my subnet,
Mm-hmm.
and here you will see some route table.
Mm.
In the route
Okay.
table, see this
Mm-hmm.
is the local.
Mm.
This is the local. That
Mm.
means these route don't have access to internet gateway.
Okay, but there is a default internet gateway also get
Yeah,
created.
that is for default VPC. You are right.
Yeah,
But
that
that
is
is for default VPC. But I have created custom VPC. This is the difference.
uh,
Custom VPC will not get any default internet gateway
so for that I have to
because
create.
because you have created your custom and AWS thing you are so smart and you have
Oh,
created you know that yeah I am creating custom VPC I know everything. So don't interfere in my design. You are asking to AWS don't interfere to my design. So for that you need to add one internet gateway, right?
mm,
So here in the route setting, uh, 1 minute, I go to the route table. This is the default route table, and here is the edit route. There is you have to add here, and your destination will be 000, and your internet gateway will be added here. And for that, you have to create one internet gateway because the default internet gateway already attached to your default VPC, and there is
mm,
no internet gateway, right? So you
mm,
have to add one internet gateway. Go to the internet gateway section. This is the internet gateway, right? And this is the default internet gateway. To
okay.
create one internet gateway, maybe my internet gateway. An internet gateway is VPC specific,
Mm,
and you have to provide the VPC. Create internet gateway.
mm,
So internet gateway has been created, right?
mm.
So I add here. No, I have to attach. See, I cannot. If I search, I will not get the internet gateway. If I search, I will not get the internet gateway. I have to attach first. Without attach, it cannot be worked. So action attach to VPC. Which VPC? My custom VPC. Right? Attach
Mm.
internet gateway. Attach. So see now it's come. Now I saved those changes. See the steps. I have created the internet gateway.
Uh,
Attached to the VPC.
mm.
Then added to the route table. Three things.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Otherwise routing means it will not work. So you have providing to the router. Okay, I have created internet gateway and this is I am given some path also in the route table, right?
Okay.
So let's check my EC2 instance.
Okay,
See
the
now it's
range you have defined in for VPC, that range will get added in the router.
yes, that is automatically that will be added for the local communication,
Okay. Mm.
the local, right?
Yes.
Now I am able to connect to my instance, right?
Mm.
Suppose I want to install some 1 minute the code. Yes, I have some code to install one HTTP server. just I'll share details about this. So just now for a testing purpose, I'm just installing HTTPD. HTTPD is a web service.
Web service.
Web server, you can say, like your Tomcat.
Mm. I don't have much knowledge on that. I have just heard about Tomcat, Apache, and all that, but
Okay, no problem. So I can add some command here. I'll show you how it's working. Oh, sorry. Copy this and paste here. This is my first web service. I'm just adding one index.html file to see. I've added one index.html, right?
mm.
So to access this, I need to open the port 80 because I want to access using HTTP, right? I want to access, my system is there, but in which gate I am going to access? So suppose you are staying in one house, there may be some gates to enter into your house. So similarly, in our computing, in our you can say
So what you're
uh,
saying, trying to say is port.
yes, port. So port is like a door,
Okay.
and so like to, if you want to access HTTP, you have
Mm.
to enter into the port number 80. Suppose you are going to access HTTPS, you will go
Mm.
to enter using the port 443. Similarly,
So is
33.
it for all the
No,
numbers
this
you're
is some
saying?
standard ports. Also,
Okay.
there are some free ports are there. You can also use for your own purpose.
Okay.
Okay. So to access HTTP, you need to check your security group. Security group. Okay, I can go to my instance security group. This is my instance, and in the security, and this is my security group. And here, see, this security group have only 22 port access,
Okay.
right? But
Mm.
I need to give HTTP
Mm.
port 80. Okay. Then I am given port 80 access. So if I can't communicate, if I want to communicate the EC2 instance, either I am use this port, copy, paste here.
Mm.
This is my fast web service, right? Or
Uh, can you please do it
if
again?
I use also, it is possible.
What did you do here?
Just I am typing the IP. I'm just
IP.
typing the IP,
Mm-hmm.
and I have written this is my fast program. You can also write your own program,
Oh,
right? Inside there will be one ST. Okay, let me show you.
HTML. Acha.
Let me show you. CD. I've, oh,
You're doing it through command line interface, huh?
doing this is a Linux based system.
Okay.
So I'm moving this ls. One index HTML is there. So vim index. So I can also change this. This is a vi editor. Insert. You have to learn this thing also. Some
Yeah,
basic
VI
Linux,
editor. Yes.
right?
Mm.
My second website. Or WP. Right. If I refresh this, my second website, right? So here my port 80 is open. If I suppose for an example, if I change my security group, this, if I edit this, edit security group, if I give like 10.0 this one, what will happen?
What did you do? Can you please repeat?
Yeah, I'll show you what I did. I just edited my security group for the port 80, and I have
Okay.
given this IP range 10.0.0.0 by 16. Then
16.
what will happen?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. 00 means, this means,
The this means everything is allowed.
yeah, all IPs.
Yes.
But this
All
means
language allowed.
only set of IPs, and those are private. That means my EC2 instance can connect to port 80 from my local system. If I access from here, it will not work.
Uh,
Because I have requested, but the security group blocked my request.
mhm. So did you mention the port number there?
Yes,
Okay.
I mentioned the port 80,
Okay. So that's
right?
mm.
So now this is not. If I change, it will be effect very immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Edit inbound, just change to this is 00. If I apply this, see, this will be immediately available,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
You got the security group.
Yes.
Okay, and similarly you can see the NACL also. You can try it. I
Okay.
request you to try your own. You can go to your NACL VPC and your internet gateway.
But then I'm not sure about the commands what you're writing.
No. Okay, I'll send you. This is just to enable your web service. You can get this from the internet also. Okay, I'll send this to here.
Yeah, I will check in. I can check in YouTube.
You can right. You
Mm.
write this way. This is to just check port 80,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and similarly you can use the NACL and change the rule and test.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is the NACL, and all the rules are open. You can try. You can try to deny like it. See, now this is working, right? And
Yes.
I'll change some here, and instead of allow, if I can do the deny, then it will not work. Let's see processing, it will not work.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you can try your own and try to see, and if you practice more and more on this security group and NACL, you'll more understand. Allow, save changes, and see, this will immediately come, right?
Yes.